leather gloves, we're slapping in hams. Popcorn and peanuts, we're working the stands. Pink cotton candy, love on a stick. Who's chasing the beer that circle the lips? Play ball, play ball. Roll up the bases and smack it right over the wall.
Play ball.
Play ball.
It's not going to be 0, it's going to hit 45 minutes.
And
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome
to Laughter Saves Lives live
here on Strong Island Television in Paradise Studios
in
beautiful
Massapequa.
let's say downtown.
You like downtown?
Downtown Massapequa, New York.
Yeah. Barasch and McGarry, lawyers for the 9/11 community.
Hey, and Bobby, I don't mean to put you on the spot right away, but since we have Barasch and McGarry up front, when you get a chance, we'll start talking. Throw up, we have 2 pictures of Michael Barasch. The other day I did the 5K downtown by the World Trade Center there. Now, this is on Monday. I went back.
How nice is that jacket?
I presented Michael with our new Laughter Saves Lives embroidered jacket, which you only get a sweatshirt.
That's
right?
after like 100 visits.
Right. No, that's after hundreds and thousands of dollars sponsorship.
Yes.
And he took me to a shoo-shoo restaurant.
Nice. What's a shoo-shoo?
Nice shoo-shoo. Yeah. And I go, Michael, the slice of pizza, it's me. Very nice. And then this man's so busy in the office. I saw how busy he was. Made time for me.
He took you there because he doesn't eat pizza.
Maybe that's what it is. Maybe that's what it is.
Yeah.
And then he said to me, Johnny, come on, I'll go pay for your parking. He walked all the way to the parking lot with me.
That's nice.
Paid for the parking. And I said, Michael, I'll be back next Monday. He said, no, don't come back. No. I had free lunch, free parking, downtown Manhattan. But on Sunday, 2 days in a row, I was downtown, and I hadn't been down there in months, right?
Right.
I invited you to the 5K walk.
I couldn't do it.
Yeah.
No.
That's right.
I had personal
things.
Yeah.
The rash was
I wanted
acting up.
to.
Listen, next year, though, if we can, let's form a Laughter Saves Lives team.
Then let's do it.
And it was so much fun. We walked along the water. Bobby, a few pictures here. Here's because I didn't have you guys joining me. Right. I jumped into different teams and asked to take a picture.
Nice? Look at
this was one of the big banks down there. I don't remember. I got one with TD Bank at the finish line.
Wow.
Throw a few more pictures up. This is free pass to the 9/11 Museum. Larry Izzo, you know Larry?
Yeah.
Larry showed up to support me. Never been to the museum. I took him. This wall in the museum, this is one of the most powerful things that you're going to see in the museum. Basically, what they say on the plaque in this wall is that on 9/11, there was a blue sky. But if you ask 1,000 different people what shade of blue, every one of them has a different shade.
Wow.
It was pretty powerful wall there.
Interesting.
And any other pictures from the walk? Tell us when you're ready. Go!
Laughter Saves Lives!
Thank you. Thank you so much. A good day was had by all.
Next year, I will make a point to be there.
Yes, we're all going to be there.
And I think we should get a team together like TD Bank.
Well, what I want to do is I want to make a Laughter Saves Live shirt now with the hydrant on the back. I think that'd be more like a team shirt.
Yes.
Not saying team, though, because I could still sell them then. Right. A few things, though. I want to throw something at you.
Yes.
Vincent Frank Bachkalupskunjil, the goose, went to the Museum of Natural History with his parents yesterday. Nice. All excited to be on the train and going to the city. I'm going to give you 5 things that they did or saw. You tell me which one, when he got off the train, when I picked him up, he mentioned first. You ready?
Got it.
It's going to be 8. Okay. The Long Island Railroad, the Museum of Natural History.
This is where he wanted to go.
He did all of these things.
Right.
Okay. Long Island Railroad, Museum of Natural History, Central Park, a big poop in the middle of the street by a horse. Right. Which one was the first one that he mentioned when he got off the train?
I'm going to go with the big poop.
Big poop for 15 minutes. There was, what else did you do? Right? I guess, would you mention the poop first?
If I was, how old is he now?
He's going to be 8.
8 years old.
There was a lot of poop talk at 8 years old.
Yeah.
So that was kind of funny.
That is funny.
Yesterday, I take the girlie to Mommy and Me gymnastics, and then we go, as she says, for Henkelberger. Oh. No, on Tuesday we go for Henkelberger.
What's a Henkelberger?
Hamburger. She says Henkelberger.
Gotcha.
At Burger King.
Nice.
Here was my dilemma. A lot of food I'm talking about tonight. Here was my dilemma. I go up to the register. I get her a kitty meal. And I said, you know what? I'm going to get a Henkelberger today, too. I'm going to get a little Whopper Jr. Or whatever it was. Whopper Jr., I think. Yeah. But I don't want to get so much bread. So I get a Whopper Jr. and some nuggets, maybe. Not the best choice, but, whatever. I didn't want to eat all the bread. The girl looks at me and says, the Whoppers are $4.29. But today, 2 for $5.
Wow. Well, there's your decision.
Right? Without even thinking.
I wouldn't
Health,
hesitate.
Diabetes, I don't want all that bread. 2 for $5. Give me 2, I said.
And you don't eat it every day.
No.
Just
no.
once a week.
So I'm glad you agreed with me that you would have did the same thing.
Yes. I would have called out a horse's poop.
A horse's poop. Today the market was down a little bit. You missed it? I'm a big
yes.
I'm a big investor. John Butera, I know we have many talks in the past. Yeah. I know he's big into this guy is big into the market. Lots of money this guy has. He's coming on a show. He's right here. He's in the audience.
I want to ask him about
that. Oh, lots of money.
Wow.
He invests big time. So he probably would appreciate this.
Yes.
I saw the market was down today. I go, you know what? Time to throw some cash into stocks that I own, right?
Yeah.
Now I start withdrawing from here. TD Bank, Capital Bank, Chase. I'm putting money out left and right, right? One stock I just wanted to throw it on. I picked one stock. I think I picked a Walmart. I took all that money out of those 5 different accounts. Boom, $50 on Walmart. Wow. $50. Bam. Withdrew a lot of them, all different accounts. Total. Bam.
Yeah.
$50. So the joke there was I withdrew from a few different accounts and only did the $50.
Right.
I think the joke was lost.
You went with the low risk account.
Bobby got it. Thank you, Bobby.
You got it. Good one.
See how he wants us to continue doing our show
Bobby,
here.
I still don't get it.
He said, John, good one.
You took a lot out of...
5 different accounts, but I only had $50. I'm pulling money out. You would think I was going to say $1,500. $50.
We went with the money. I got it.
I'll explain every joke.
I don't understand formula jokes.
No?
No. I'm kidding.
Mets yesterday.
Yeah, how are they doing?
Dollar hot dog night.
Ooh,
hello.
Wow.
Okay, $40 to park to buy the dollar hot dogs. Number one.
Foot long.
$40 to park at Citi Field.
It's ridiculous. Why
dollar hot dogs.
Why didn't you take the
train?
I
went Friday. We brought the goose. We brought the goose Friday.
You don't take the train?
No. First
Why?
Met game for the goose.
How close is the train let off to?
Oh, it's too much of a hassle.
Is
train. Yeah, you got to go, I think, into Jamaica and back. Doesn't go directly there. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. You go into the game.
Yeah.
You go into the game. So the goose went to the game.
Do you like
First
it?
Met game, Richie.
Right.
All right. So I bought him a few things as the grandpa, right? I don't think he could tell you one thing that went on. Really, game-wise. He could tell you he ate a hot dog. He could tell you this. But here's the funniest part of the game. And again, this is supposed to be funny. I'll say it right up. If I go like this, that means a joke is coming up. All right, let's do that.
Okay, yes.
Okay. All right. He has to go to the bathroom.
Right.
My son's on the inside. I'm on the outside. And we wanted him to see a Met home run because the Big Apple comes up.
Right.
The Big Apple, right? So my son says, Nito's coming up. He stinks. Take him to the bathroom now. Walked him to the bathroom. That's way back. Gone! Home run! We're in the bathroom at the urinals. Kid didn't see the apple. And he's at the urinal. He goes, was that a home run, Grandpa?
That is.
I go, yeah, it was a home run. And your
That's not
father,
even a joke. That's a horrible story.
And I walked back and I looked at him. I go, Nito sucks. Is that what you told me?
Yeah.
So what a fun time, though. Seeing the Bug Eyes. First time at a game, that big. You got to see the scoreboard this year. They made the scoreboard
beautiful,
biggest scoreboard in the major leagues.
Is it?
Oh, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. What else did I want to talk about? Oh, we talked about a few weeks ago diners and how expensive they're getting.
Ultra.
Right? We talked about that.
It's ridiculous,
and it's really expensive because when I go with you, you seem to never find your wallet, so it's even more expensive for me, right?
I figure for you, it's not a lot of money. For me, a lot of money.
A big spend.
I think the last time we went, you only had to shell out for me and you 2 burgers, $68. Not bad.
Well, listen to this. I don't go to diners often, right? The other night, we go to the diner. My dad, my wife, and my daughter. We go to the diner. I'm going to mention the diner's name. The diner is the Lighthouse Diner in Wantor.
Yep.
I order pork chops. Every once in a while, I like to order pork chops at a diner, okay? How many pork chops you think should come? $28, I think, was the meal.
They give you 2.
Two pork chops. Bada bing, this guy comes walking with 3 huge pork chops. Whoa. I had the chicken soup. I had the potato. I had broccoli. I couldn't finish it.
A lot of food.
And I went up to the guy and I said, you know what? That was a great meal. Some of the diners around here, You know, so great job, Lighthouse Diner in Wantor.
We go there often.
Do you really? We're going after the show tonight.
All right.
We're going after. Now, I was saying before, my buddy Joe Napoli, Brooklyn Joe, I call him.
Yeah.
Because he's really a Brooklyn guy, you know. He couldn't come into the show. He gave me
unfortunately, he couldn't make it.
He gave me like a last minute, you know, like excuse, like Johnny, something or other, or whatever. And I was in a rush. I go, don't worry about it, Joey. And I'm looking out, and he's zoomed in. We needed him here.
That is.
And I think that's him. Bobby, can you bring up that guy that's zooming in on our screen? I don't even know how he got the password, the link. Yeah, that's him. Hey, Joe, what's doing, brother?
I thought you couldn't make it.
What happened? You were supposed to be here.
Yeah, very important.
What happened? All right.
Really important.
We got this is a professional show. We gotta invite you, and you can't just show up.
Hold on. What?
You finished playing with trains?
Are you playing with your trains?
Trains.
That is.
He didn't come because he played. Joe, we depending on you.
Harry. I mean,
Harry?
Larry.
That's me, Larry.
You're Larry?
Yeah.
Rich.
Right.
Can you? So you're gonna come in next week, though?
Next week.
All right, because we were dependent on you.
If I don't have a catastrophe on the railroad.
If I don't have a catastrophe on the railroad.
Oh, all right.
It's a place. I've seen a set in the basement. It's a place.
You have a big set? I have a.
It's very serious.
We're talking about your trains.
Yeah,
mine goes around my room. I got to share the picture with you.
Really? I'm elevated.
Yeah, and when there's action going on in his bedroom, the toot, like it toots. Yeah.
Oh, Gage, what do you have?
Okay.
Too. Yeah.
Oh, do you?
All right. Well, listen. We gotta kind of move forward with the show. No, we got a few more minutes. So I want to call you Brooklyn Joe Napoli because we have nobody from Brooklyn on the show. So what does it's a shit. So what should people know? Because we got followers all over the world.
All over.
We got people all over the world.
Right.
So if they go, hey, what's the difference between Brooklyn and the rest of New York? Can you give them 1 or 2 pointers?
Well, we have a very unique greeting in Brooklyn.
Did you say breeding?
Greeting.
Oh, greeting.
How would you greet? How would you greet
somebody from Germany?
How you doing?
How would you greet somebody from Italy?
How you doing?
I think there's a pattern here, huh?
I think so. Yeah, that's Brooklyn.
That's beautiful. And is there one more thing? I thought you said breeding. Like breeding is different. Is breeding different in Brooklyn too?
Some.
Well, next week, hopefully he'll be here.
And next week,
we would love to have you in studio next week.
Absolutely.
And maybe you'll come next week prepared.
Yeah.
And with funny stuff.
Yeah. Bring some funny stuff next week.
No, you were great. Seriously, I'm teasing you.
Brooklyn Joe Napoli chiming in. Thank you, Joe. We'll see you next week. I love Joe.
Isn't
I love
that
Joe.
Nice. He's such a great
He is one of my favorite guys.
Yeah.
You know, when you work in a firehouse and you go through what you go through.
Now, did you work with him?
I did work with Joe. We had a special workout in the morning.
Yeah.
And then Joe didn't talk. He's laughing. That how can I? All right. So I go. I'm in the gym and Joe goes, "What are you doing?" I go, "I'm working on my." Bring Joe back in. Bring Joe back in, Bobby. He's still there. Bring Joe. You want me to tell him about the workout, or you want to describe it?
It's a family show.
It is. So Joe says, "What are you working on?" I go, "I'm working on my little stomach." He goes, "I got a great workout for the stomach." I trust Joe Napoli, So he goes, take the heavy ball, and he goes, lay on the floor and put it way over your head like this, right? He goes, now lift up your legs. Lift up my legs, and he grabbed my legs, and he starts humping. And I go, oh, so every morning he'd come into work, and he'd look at me, and he'd go, want to work out? I go, no, good. Brooklyn Joe Napoli.
That's
all right, you know what? We're going to go to break. We're going to go to break. When we come back, we'll bring Bruce Bartz out from the Bartz Brigade in York, Pennsylvania. See you, Joey.
Be right back.
If you spent time downtown on 9/11 or in the 8 months after, you were exposed to toxic air and may be eligible for compensation from the $10 billion 9/11 Victim Fund. But most people who qualify still haven't claimed what they're entitled to.
I worked downtown. I didn't die. I was an office worker. I felt like there were others who deserved the money more than I did.
A major reason people haven't claimed the money they're due is guilt. They feel guilty claiming funds when others died or were first responders.
I heard there were 9/11 funds, but because I wasn't a first responder, I did not apply.
You do not have to be a first responder to qualify. This fund was created for everyone who worked, lived, or attended school south of Canal Street, who may have experienced or have experienced respiratory illness or any of the 68 cancers linked to the toxins. Even if you have a family history of cancer, there is a presumption linking most cancers to the toxins.
I thought it was too late to make a claim. My spouse worked downtown at a bank and died of cancer. Honestly, I just haven't felt up to it.
The government's $10 billion Victim Fund and Health Program have been permanently extended. You just need to have been below Canal Street on 9/11 or at any time in the following 8 months. To see if you qualify, call or go to 911fund.com to speak to a representative of Barasch and McGarry, lawyers for the 9/11 community.
There are many reasons people who are eligible for compensation are not stepping up to claim it. To those who are holding back, I would say just take the first step. Ask for help. Make the call. It's not too late.
I called and I qualify.
I qualify.
I qualify.
Millions of dollars remain unclaimed. You do not have to be seriously ill to qualify.
And we're back with Live Saves Lives. And guess what time it is?
Well, it's before we bring out Bruce, we started the new pickleball league, so I would like to talk pickleball, Bobby. Let's go. And we're back. Pada bing. Pickleball segment. Well, the new season started Monday night. Laughter saves lives. 4 wins, 1 loss. So that's nice. But our teammate last year, we had my daughter, and on our team we had Bridget Kavanaugh. Bridget, there they are. The new team was formed. They called themselves Johnny's Angels after me. Thank you. Roseanne sucked her daughter away from me, and she's on her team now. Guess who we played the first team this season? Johnny's Angels.
Oh, that's right, yes.
First game this season. I'm not going to say who won or lost, but we had a lot of fun, and I hope they enjoyed this year because Roseanne took a beating from Bridget. I mean, she wouldn't leave her. Yeah, she kept making fun of her or whatever. Bridget had a rough time. Fun night. So we'll be back at it next Monday night. Thursday night, we're resuming. The weather's nice. Laughter Saves Lives pickleball lessons. / we'll play a little game afterwards if the people are up to it. 5 o'clock, Newbridge Park.
Newbridge Park.
Tomorrow night, Thursday. Message me.
Anybody could come down? That's great.
Well, message me first. I don't want to have too many players.
Oh, I got
you.
Okay.
All right, so let's bring out Bruce Bartz from the Bartz Brigade. Come on out. Come on in. Come on down.
Waiting so patiently.
I get the joke. I got it.
Take somebody from York, Pennsylvania to get the joke.
Right.
And thank God you mentioned pickleball because I had this image of you running a 5K. Thank God you mentioned pickleball. Now I lost that image.
Yes. I wear my shorts. I wear my Speedos when I play to distract the other team. My SpongeBob Speedos. I have my fire hydrant, my Laughter Saves Lives fire hydrant on the Speedo. I won't tell you where.
All spandex.
I won't tell you where the hydrant is, but it's a very small hydrant. So, Bruce, the Barch Brigade is a community-based nonprofit. They support those in need with education, prevention, and awareness of suicide with a focus on school-aged children, young adults, and our veterans living in York County, PA. But more than that, Bruce, you started this foundation in memory of your son.
That's correct.
You've been on the show before, but people may not have seen you. Please tell us a little bit about your son.
So Trent died by suicide, August 15, 2015. You have enough time to explain what a great human being he was, but a lot of trauma in his life, and just to see him, he's got that touch one.
Yeah.
He took his own life. He was in the military. I don't think the trauma was based on his military service. He just liked mama. And I made up my mind. I never wanted another to feel how I felt. So we started our foundation in his honor. And I know we say one life started and it's all hard work.
Can you give us a story to what the foundation, some of the work you've done for some individuals or?
So we help them out. One of the big problems was nothing for service anywhere. Not only just for county PA, but anywhere when it comes to mental health. And in case anybody knows the mental health crisis going on in this country right now. And services are almost impossible to get. So we help with community counselors who can't afford it. We're kind of based on the physical part of it. It's Trent across. We love to do. And so we started to help gym members. Anything that so that you your mental health intact, we'll take care of, we'll pay for it. Art therapy, music therapy, equine therapy, all kinds of different stuff.
Fantastic.
You have some a little in what's the word I'm looking for? The same. In when two things are the same, kind of related.
Similar
with our next individual charity that's coming on too. They do wonderful work with entertainment and tickets, right? I watched the video. So you were brave enough after being on the show and watching the show to say, John, come down to York, Pennsylvania, holy crap, and do a show, right? So
we left out sitting through.
Yes.
Show.
Well, he said, bring some comics down. I said, I'm coming down. He goes, no, bring some comics too, which I thought was an insult, but anyway.
I meant it. Bring comics.
Yeah. And the funny thing is, I had two comics, Sandy and Joseph Anthony with his knees, that have a hard time and how I was the stage. The stage was like, right? So we're pushing them onto the stage. But what a great night for the first time you were doing something. You guys did such a great job.
We had a fantastic. We had it at the Burning Bridge Cafe. We sold out. And what an amazing show. I had nothing but positive feedback and everything. It was just a great time. Your community was fun. I like the way you introduce yourself, but your community is fun.
Yeah.
So we already have a date for next year's show, or this year's show. A bigger venue.
Is that?
A bigger venue because they heard Rich Walker might be coming. There's a chance Rich. They go double the venue, right? We doubled the size of the venue.
Double it.
Triple the size of the venue.
Yeah, triple.
Yeah.
It sounds like it's gonna be an exciting night. We're getting the fire department more involved this time. So I'm really looking forward to coming back. I might be able to even do some jokes this time.
Wow. And if you haven't heard John's jokes, I mean, don't judge him by tonight. When you see him,
you'll whistle.
I did hear
you will whistle.
Wow.
No, he's seen me. He's seen me. Any other events that you guys have coming up before the show?
So we do a couple of different things. On August 10th, we're going to hold what we call Trent's 70th birthday. We are going to have it at outdoor venue called Woodridge Farms, where we pay tribute and honor those who died by suicide. and we call it Say Their Names. So I have a DJ come out, and he'll give a fun fact, and then back about that person, play their favorite song, and then at the end of the ceremony, we use fireflies.
Nice.
So we used to do diamond lanterns. And remember the time when we had the show down there in Wrightsville? I used to do it there. Moments burnt Wrightsville down one year, and they're like, no more Skyland. You guys go to fireflies.
Yeah, they don't like that.
And then also next Friday we have a baseball game coming up at the York Wellspan Revolution Ballpark.
Whose teams? Are they independent or are they affiliated?
They are the Atlantic League, I believe, York Revolution, and Gastonia Honey Bears.
But are they affiliated with a major league team?
No.
Oh, no.
But that's like the Ducks.
Like the Ducks. Exactly like the Ducks.
Yeah.
Yeah. We play along 9 a lot.
Yeah.
Oh, you do?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, cool.
And your local team is Revolution, you said?
York Revolution.
Yep. I heard of it.
Wellspan Ballpark.
Are you familiar with the team? Are there any ex-major leaguers? Because usually they could have like
Sometimes.
2, I think, or 3.
I know there used to be some ex-major leaguers on there. I don't know if they are now or not.
Yeah.
All right.
So always one night there.
Yeah.
Sounds like fun. So we're coming back. What is the date of the show? I know we picked November.
October 17th.
October 17th. That's a Thursday night.
Correct.
Because we might be able to get Richie. Richie is the most booked comic in Long Island. He's always busy Friday, Saturday. Like, I'll call him and I'll go, Richie, can you do this date? And he'll say no. And I go, I didn't give you the date yet.
Yeah.
You know, because he doesn't really like to work with me.
I'm actually booked on this.
You're booked on this.
Yeah.
Are you really?
Yeah, but I could maybe finagle something.
Oh, we would appreciate that. Right?
Fine coverage.
Would appreciate.
I have to find somebody that's not
Yeah,
working
probably
on
book
Long
with
Island.
John.
Maybe John Butera is not working.
No, you're
But
probably on one of his shows.
He's got the biggest We'll go into
I
that
know,
later.
I know.
But
All right, so we're
rostered
looking
show.
forward to it. Anything else you want to tell our viewers about the charity, the foundation, mental health?
So our big thing is know it, okay, if you got some issues, because everybody has issues. It's just a matter of coming them, and the strong people come out.
Yeah.
Don't be afraid to come out with it, and seek help.
Yeah.
And if you need help, we'll get it for you.
And veterans, first responders, they're a lot in the same way. They don't ask for help. They don't come out and they ask for help. So if you know somebody who seems like they're in that depression, talk to them, see if you can help them, see if you can point them somewhere. Because I know from my experience, even after 9/11, they didn't want to. Most of the guys didn't want to talk to anybody.
Yeah. Real quickly, when you talk about mental health, it's not those with serious diagnosed mental health issues that die by suicide. It's our first responders, our overachievers, our student athlete. It shows you never stop. If you check out Work Aid on Facebook or gay.com, you'll see pictures of my son, and never leave someone like his own life.
Right.
You wouldn't even think.
But hope is always there, and you're not alone. You don't have to suffer by yourself.
Yeah, and I'm assuming, Bruce, you spoke to somebody after all of this.
So I'm a retired police officer.
Thank you for your service.
Yep, absolutely. And back in the day when I was in we didn't talk about anything.
No.
I have my routine now. I see somebody regularly, and I'm not afraid to. I'm not afraid to tell people about it. Yep. I couldn't get through without it.
Good.
Simple as that.
All right, my friend. Thank you for taking the time again.
Thank you so much.
Love what you do. Very proud to call you a friend now after 2 years, and I can't wait to come back and do the show.
We're excited about it. Richie, we'll see you there.
Yes, I hope I'm on it. We'll see you then.
We'll see you then. So Bruce Bartz, it was a fun night. We got hotel rooms. The comics were pretty upset. 1 bed, 4 comics, 1 room. But we're trying to save money. Life to save lives.
Yeah.
First comic in bed, you got the middle, and It's not like it's going to be the first time we slept in the same bed either. It's not like it's a surprise. We'll go on the road, and Richie's not going to go, oh, we only got one bed. Richie will go, all right, It's not the
learn
first
to
time.
live with it.
Yeah. So let's go to commercial, and we'll be back with Rob Graciano and our friend John Butera.
All right.
Hi, I'm Arthur Lee, founder, CEO, and inventor of LifeVac, a simple rescue device that could save a child's life in a choking emergency. All these people were saved with LifeVac. People may not realize that on average, 14 people a day die from choking-related incidents. Every 5 days, one of those is a child. As simple as place, push, pull.
To learn more, please visit lifevac.net.
And we're back with Left to Save Lives Live. That tier right there is going to sit John Butera. We planned it that way. People think that maybe that was a mistake, like we don't know what we're doing. Right. That's how we do things. We like to have our guests sit in when the camera's on. Yes. Nobody does that. Yes. Nobody does that. Watch all the big shows.
Look at the movement.
And we move like that, and people
graceful.
Yeah,
graceful.
Very nice.
We'd never known.
So welcome Rob Graciani from the Ann V. Is it Annie or Ann?
It's Ann.
Ann V. Graciano Fund. Welcome our old friend John Butera,
comedian extraordinaire. Comedian. There's nothing he doesn't do.
Well, he does a lot of comedy. What do you mean it's nothing?
No, I said there's nothing that he doesn't do. He's a jack of all trades.
He's a hard worker, and he introduced us to Rob, and we know John Butera for a few years.
Yes.
He produces the most show of anybody in the world. It's not Long Island. Don't say Long Island. Yeah. In the world.
Yes.
In fact, he's producing 3 shows right now as he sits here. He'll be texting. You're up next. Like he'll be saying you're doing 20. Watch. He'll be doing it right here. So thank you guys for coming in tonight.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you for having us.
So I was talking to John. I always like to talk to other bookers, and I like people to see that people who book shows can work together. Right. And there's a lot of bookers on Long Island, and John, we're the only 2 that can work together. No. But we're going to be doing a show coming up for some charities. I'm going to pick one. John's going to pick one. And I said, John, what charity?
Hear about this.
No, you're not on the show.
Oh, okay.
You're not on the show. So it's called it's a hero show. We're going to have
why you're out.
Yeah.
I got it. Now I'm on to it. Okay.
We didn't say partners of people that are working that stay home. We said so.
I was probably booked anyway.
So you, John, said I have a charity.
Yes, and that charity is the Ann V. Graziani Fund.
How long have you been involved with them?
It's about 7 years.
Wow.
About 7 years. And Rob and I met at one of my shows. He was working at a bar that I was producing shows at.
Bouncer?
Barback.
Barback?
Yep. Oh, right. And it was in Mount Sinai. It was called the North Tap. It's no longer there. But I did shows, and that's what happened.
Did you screw that up? The Barback? You were slow? Or
I think you were, actually. We did a show there together also. We did a couple of fundraiser shows there.
Okay.
But we got to talking and all that stuff. We had similar backgrounds about stuff that you told me about the organization he has that he runs in honor of his mom. So we started doing events, raising money, doing 50-50s for the Ann V. Graziani Fund. And now when I sell my T-shirts at the end of shows, a portion of the money from the T-shirt sales goes to the Ann V. Graziani Fund.
Very nice.
Yep.
Now, interesting. When you hear about different charities, for cancer, right? I think one of the last things people may think about is, we're going to get them tickets to a show, or we're going to get them tickets for some entertainment.
Right.
What do you mean? That's where my money's going. They need to. You want people to feel as normal as possible when they're going through this hell. Okay? So when I read about this, I says, wow, what a great idea. So I'm excited to be a little bit involved. Do we have the show booked, by the way?
June 20th?
Yes. I probably asked you 3 times already.
It's June 20th. In case we need somebody, Rich, who's not a hero.
Richie's right. He's not on the show. Richie's going to remind me.
Probably booked anyway.
June 20th. That's what it was.
June 20th is a Thursday night. It's going to be at Scotts Point. It's a new venue that I have in Calverton.
Nice.
Out in Suffolk County. And we have a very strong, good, fun lineup together.
And thank you for including me in that also.
Yes, you're very welcome.
Appreciate it.
And we're going to be raising money, obviously, for the Anvi Graziani Fund, as well as the organization that you will be choosing.
It will be general needs that supply basic stuff to homeless and needy veterans. Boots, shoes, socks. So, anywho, now this was your mother. I watched the video and I looked at the website, but I wanted to make sure. This was your mother, who was born in...
She was born in 1932.
32. I was close. 32. And what kind of issues did she have as a child and growing up?
She had polio. She got it at 2 years old. Was in the hospitals, exploratory surgeries back when they take out nerves and whatnot.
Could imagine.
About 3 to 5 years she spent in and out of hospitals. And then when she got out, she had to be in a special school to just get caught up to where she is. And took her a lot to even get to somewhat of a stable life.
Okay, so how is the entertainment portion of what you do related to your mom? What made you go that route? That here's what we're going to do for cancer patients.
So about 3 months before she passed away on June 14th, we got to see one last Mets game. And she got her sausage and peppers. My mother was Italian, like the show. So we had to handle an ambulance service. We had to bring a homemade with us. We had handicapped seats. Wow. And she had a great time. When we're getting down there, she had a vest on. She lost all of her hair from the chemo. Mm-hmm. And she had a pink and navy blue hat.
Med hat?
Med hat, yeah. And the guy goes, "Ma'am, you look official." And just to see that smile as we roll towards that food court at Citi Field.
Right.
And she came back, and that was one of the last few good times we had.
Oh.
In fact, that was
that was the event that triggered what you do?
Yes.
Wow, I didn't know that.
So we're still going through treatments and stuff, but, that was, thank goodness that we were able to do that.
You bring that up. My mom died of complications from colon cancer. So she had what's the bag called when you she had that for years. My mom never complained. That's one of the most uncomfortable things to go around with. Never complained, this woman. So she was in and out of Sloan a few times, different setbacks. And one day she said to me, "Oh, there was a comedy show here today. A friend of yours, Peter Bales, was on the show." She goes, "Oh, it was so funny." And she lit up. And so when you mentioned this with your mom at Citi Field, it reminded me of that. That is nice. And I told Peter the story that, we go through.
Now, was this only Peter Bales?
I think you were on the show too, but she really did remember you.
Yeah. I walked right into that.
Thank you. See, that's why he's here. See how he makes me seem funny.
For an hour.
Yeah,
That's
I'm not.
I was at home and I said to my wife, "You know what? I want to go out tonight and take a nice beating."
Take more of a beating, honey. But we go through day-to-day life, and I'm getting older now, and I have days, aches and pains, whatever. Yeah. And I was coming here tonight. Meeting you, see John again. I was excited about just meeting you and seeing him. And believe it or not, I love walking in here and seeing Richie and appreciating those little things.
Could direct all the torture to me.
Well, you give some back. You give some, not enough, I guess, but you give some back.
It's just I would if I can get a word.
He's good. He's good at throwing the bombs too.
I'm the nicest guy ever.
I didn't say we're nice. I mean, if you don't. You're not going to make fun of somebody in their face if you don't love them.
John
you don't like
is
them.
If you turn around. Especially good at barbs when the person is not there. That is
not true.
That is not true. That is not true.
Rich, I need you to leave. So
he says it right to their face.
I don't know, because he always says it right to my face. I don't know who's
right to his face. I am a direct.
That's it.
Yes,
Who says that? Delakis. He goes, "That's the difference between the United States and his country, Australia." He says, "Over there, they stab you in the back. Here, they stab you right in the front." Let's get back to our guest a little bit here.
One of the best events that I've done with Rob, with the Graziani Fund, was at Long Island Duck Stadium last year in September, and I know you're doing it again coming up. they were very gracious to me to let me set up a table, my T-shirts, and whatever else it was.
Yeah.
But a couple of families through Stony Brook, correct?
Yes.
Were able to, in the same situation, family member with cancer came out, and Long Island Duck Stadium, Quackerjack, the whole situation, it was phenomenal. They had the logo on the big screen, and they really treated the whole organization phenomenally.
Nice.
And I mean, it was great to see the family out there throwing out the first pitch and stuff. It was the way that the Long Island Ducks helped Rob with the organization was second to none. It was
Now, that was a fundraiser. They gave what? Some money? Was it a fundraiser or just recognition, like shining the spotlight on what you do?
Well, that's what we used our funds towards. It was
Oh, for the families. Hello.
Yes.
All right. I'm sorry.
Yes.
I missed that. I missed that. I'm sorry. Oh, that's great.
Yeah, and the young man got to throw out first pitch, and then all the on-field events that go on through the middle of the innings. He got to pick out the people who go onto the field.
Oh, cool.
So he went there with his cousins and his friends.
It was amazing.
We're always looking to network at Laughter Saves Lives, but we're also looking to do things in memory of my guys that they would want to do. And what would be really cool is if we could sponsor one or two of your people, make a donation, whatever it costs you for the day for those people. So if that's something that you may want to do, I think that would be really cool.
That'd be amazing.
Be a little bit involved, and sponsor one or two families or however you work it. Tell me how much roughly it costs, and we'll sponsor, and we'll all go to the game.
And grab it while the offer's on the table.
Yeah. Good point. Call me tomorrow and remind me. You know what we're going to do? Let's go to commercial. We'll be back with Rob and John. That's all right. That's all right.
We'll be back.
All right. Is everybody having a good time tonight or what? That's what I thought. All right, so we are live, Paradise Studios, New York. Give yourself a round of applause for coming out tonight. Woo!
And
we're back
with
with
Laughter
our
Saves Lives. See, we got to
getting quick.
Our time is very short, so we have to get it in.
We get in really fast, then we sit here for 2 minutes and figure what we're going to say now. No, we get there
Sometimes
quick.
on the outro.
Here we are, and now what do we do? So we're going, just to make it clear, we're going to 55. Still. Okay.
All right.
Good. So we had a lot of
So
time.
let's
with these
hear
guys.
more.
One of the things, I mean, I did my radio show at WGBB with Tommy. That's the picture there, my buddy who I lost at 9/11. Thank you, John. But one of the first people that kind of put me on a show was John Butera at the airport.
Absolutely.
Was it
Yes,
at the airport?
it was Long Island News.
The radio station.
Yeah,
I had
a
so
show
much
there.
fun
Did you
that
have a
day.
show there?
I did. It was called Butera's Comedy Hour.
Yeah.
I had it for about 8 months.
Yeah.
And it was pretty cool. I had a
was a lot
bunch of
of
fun people there. I
Yeah.
didn't know you very
I
well.
didn't know
at that
you
point.
then. Yeah.
And I had Bob Nelson on. I had Al Martin, the late Al Martin, the owner of the Broadway Comedy Club. was
He
on.
came out to do the show? Does he live in Long Island? No.
No. At the time, he was in New Jersey at the time.
Really? Oh,
But,
that was...
Yep. Unfortunately, Al did pass recently, but he was a great guy. Huge
I know.
mentor to me.
I knew Al long before you knew Al because we used to do stand up together.
Yeah.
Wow.
Al, Chris Mazzilli, the owner of Gotham. Who's the guy that does all the bringer shows at Gotham?
Andy Engel.
Andy Engel.
Yep.
And Andrea Kolb. I don't know if you know Andrea. She's not really doing comedy. She's an actress. We used to go up to Lionel Alzado's Shooting Stars in Yonkers. I think we went to Pips. We went all over. We would travel doing, in that only
cool.
city. Yeah. So they were very successful. They made a lot of money, and then there was me.
Yes, I had you on, I believe, the night that I had you on. I think John Santo was on as well.
I don't remember. I remember there was a guy on doing old impressions that are outdated. And yeah, John was on. He watches.
That's not nice.
He watches.
That's not nice.
Now he lives 2 minutes. Anytime I make fun of him, he shows up. I said he was out of shape one day. He showed up like 5 minutes later, walking in the door. I go, "Were you watching?" He goes, "Yeah." I go, "I'm sorry."
So, not to take anything away from what we're talking about, real quick about John Santo.
Yeah.
There is a weight loss challenge going on right now. Suffolk County versus Nassau County.
Did not know this.
It's 6 comedians against 6 comedians.
Nice. Wow.
I am captaining the Suffolk team.
Okay. Gotcha.
Mike Keegan is captaining the Nassau team.
Nice. Who's on your team?
So my team is Rob White,
Yes.
Mike Ellison, Billy Geyer, Conchetta Coppola.
Conchetta, I love the name.
And Allie Walker.
Great.
Allie Walker,
So
nice.
it's 4 guys, 2 girls on both.
And who's
teams.
on their team?
On their team is Keegan, John Santo, Will Sharon, Pat Dunn, Allison Persky, and Kristen Tinsley.
Now,
Wow.
you guys are doing this in a healthy manner, or you're doing
Yes.
like Kelly Clarkson? I don't know how she did it. I love
No.
Kelly Clarkson, but
Well, I mean,
Any
help me as
gummies
much-
or-
I'll tell you this much, and I'm sort
Yeah.
of proud of myself, but
Okay.
I think I could be doing better.
Okay.
I'm 24 pounds down in 4 weeks.
great job.
Still a fat bastard, but I'm
Well,
working
No,
towards it.
you're not a fan.
No, a little bit, but what a nice way to compete.
Well, I thought
and
it was a
get
great idea.
healthier,
So
you know,
Keegan and I talked about this.
you know what? I don't think we're talking to this guy.
I'm sorry.
No, continue. I'm just
So-
we got time. We got a lot of time.
Well, he knows Mike, and he knows
Yeah, we
Mike
got a
and
lot
I
of
needed
time.
to lose weight. So, you know. So we thought of it, and the real quick, I'll end it off. The way that it works is whatever team wins,
Right.
they get to do more time on the show because the 12 of us are going to do a fun
Oh,
little
nice,
show.
nice.
They get double the pay, but this is where it's really
Cloudy.
important.
Oh, okay.
The captain, either myself or Keegan,
Right.
whoever wins,
Yes.
gets to headline the show.
Nice.
Whoever loses has to wear spandex pants, the other person's T-shirt, and host the show.
Love it. Love it. That's a great idea. That's a lot of fun.
Yes.
Please send us pictures of that. We will post them.
We better
When
win.
is the big reveal for this? How
We
long
haven't
did you
picked
give?
it. It's 7 weeks. Excuse me.
You haven't
Okay.
picked a date yet
for the show,
For the
but it's
show.
7 weeks, so it's the Tuesday before
Right.
Memorial Day.
Too
so.
bad you couldn't do that show at Paradise Studios live for the world to see. Think about that. Let's get back to Rob for a second here. So now you start. Who started the charity? Who was the one that got it going?
Well, yeah, I raised
Was it you?
Yeah, and
Did you ever have a discussion with your mom about it?
you know, before she had passed, she was talking to this nurse. This nurse was saying, "Oh, you really should pass the story on. Do you have any kids?" I said, "No." Well, you should really document everything. And then as we're sitting there, I'm like, "Wow, that was really a great moment. That I should pay it forward."
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, and she was really big into charities herself. A lot of veterans stuff.
Did she like stand-up comedy? Was she a good laugher?
She loved to laugh.
Yeah.
It was like because she had metastatic breast cancer that went to her bones, and she was paralyzed from the waist down. And she
From
wound
the
up breaking,
polio.
From polio.
Oh, from the
correct.
polio, okay.
Yeah. So we got her into a into her hospital bed at home. She broke both of her arms, so now she became quadriplegic.
Yeah.
So she would watch comedy shows, and she would watch The Secret.
Whoa! Wow.
The Secret. What is The Secret?
The Secret's phenomenal.
Yeah.
It's
that
it's
comedy?
basically
I
it's,
should
it's,
check it
it's
out.
an inspirational video to tell you how the power of energy and things through history.
You will it.
Basically, it's the power of your own mind and things like that. It's actually they actually made it's an hour-long sort of like documentary movie about it, about like the geniuses of our time and how the power of the mind as well.
Hey, you know what? Hold on one second. Hey, Bobby, I think Joe Napoli is still there. Could you bring Joe in? You wouldn't drive from Brooklyn, but you're still watching. What are you doing?
You're embarrassing
What are you
us
doing?
now. This is
I thought you were
humiliating.
busy.
You could see me?
Yes.
Yes, that's
And
how
now-
it works.
now-
Where's your kids? Tell them how to work this friggin'
And
thing.
now all 40 of our watchers could see.
We
you.
have much more than
No,
40.
we do. When
Especially when they do. Why are you still hanging out? I thought you were doing.
He's watching the show.
I'm just watching the show.
Where are the trains?
In the basement.
Oh.
All right. Well, thanks for watching.
I want to know who. I'm sorry, Joe.
Yeah, we'll see you next week. But hang out there.
Yeah, I'm here.
All right.
Excellent. I want to know.
That's a good friend.
Who made your mom laugh? Who was her?
She loved Johnny
Well,
Carson.
why you're saying
She loved Johnny
did he
Carson.
make a live? Is that what you're asking?
No. Johnny Carson's a great answer. My
Oh.
son's name is Carson.
The
after
best.
Johnny Carson.
Oh, did you? Is that true? I didn't know that.
Yeah.
He was the best. I love Johnny Carson. Interesting guy too. You know, really interesting. I was thinking. Now you can't smoke in my house.
Right.
You can't smoke cigars. Joe, I think smokes cigars. I think you at one point did.
No, he doesn't.
Oh no,
smoke
he
or
looks
drink.
like a cigar.
He doesn't
looks
even
cool
drink.
enough to have a drink in one hand. So I want to get a poker table, one of those poker tables, and invite comics over like Johnny Carson used to do. Because I think if I do that, I feel like maybe I'll be funnier. You know, I'll be
There
around.
was a great show that was on Showtime called The Green Room. I don't know if you ever watched it.
I think I saw it. Yes.
I think Mark.
But wouldn't that
Maron
be
was the
fun
host.
once a month just to get
Yeah,
together
he brought
and play
on great
cards?
comics. I know Ray Romano was on it. Caroline Ray was on it. Bo Burnham was on it, and it was great. They just sat down in a circle. They had an audience surrounding them,
Right.
and all they did was just talk comedy. It
Yeah.
was great.
Yeah.
It was a great show.
That's interesting.
We could do something like that. I think we could do that. All right. So back to our charity here. It's the Ann V. Graziani Fund. We have 4 minutes to go.
Oh, real quick, the Ann V. Graziani Fund.
Right.
Your primary objective is to give families able to do things that they normally couldn't do on their own.
Well, maybe at this point couldn't do.
because
afford
cancer
it,
is so
maybe?
expensive.
Right.
You know, you can't work, or health insurance doesn't cover something, or the first thing you do when you cut back a budget, what do? You cut back your entertainment
Sure.
expenditures.
Right.
And it's to help get some type of momentum going.
Love it.
Yep.
And that's the sole purpose.
Mm-hmm.
Like last comedy show raised funds for gaming gift cards. So what we do is at the Cancer Center,
Mm-hmm.
they're able to play their iPads and they Roblox.
Oh, cool.
And while they're getting chemo.
Nice.
So these kids, and then they take home the other gift card so they can play video games.
Great
So
work.
it's something to look forward to at the end of
Great.
the day.
You're doing God's work, my brother.
the
You're
last
really
show-
doing nice stuff.
The last show was at Cafe Spiga in Mount Sinai, which you both have been to.
Great little room.
Yep. And we raised, well, the check was for $250 for T-shirt sales.
Right.
And then we raised like $150, roughly $145 from the 50-50. So in the one night, I was able to, not me personally, but the event was able to give them $400.
So here's what we'll do with Laughter Saves Lives. Tell me that if you guys raise $400, we'll double it, divide it by 6, and then give you $5. No, no, we'll do something. But yeah, I'm excited. Thank you.
Absolutely.
For bringing him
really
in.
appreciate it.
Yeah,
Great,
yeah.
great. Couldn't do it
John Butera gives comics stage time that they wouldn't get. Whether it's a bring a show, you got to
In
bring
my
people. We all
class,
started.
We actually talk about how great he is to comics.
Truly appreciate
Because you want to get booked. That's why you
No,
spoke about
I
No,
don't-
I know.
I don't even care.
Oh, well, he's great. And you posted on Facebook. Oh, John's great. He's wonderful.
I always put that. I start out almost every day.
Seriously, and I say this
I
to his
wake
face,
up,
but I say this behind.
right.
I-
Job Butera.
I say it behind his back. I say it to his face. Hey, if you don't want to do a bringer show, don't do a bringer show. But if you want to get stage time, this is the guy to go to. And a lot of
Thank you very
comics
much.
wouldn't be at the level they are without doing those shows. I'm not putting them on my shows. I don't have bringer shows. They're not getting much stage time with me. In fact, I'll call him sometimes. Hey, I want to give somebody new a chance. Who's strong 5 minutes? And he'll
As
say,
a matter
this
of
one.
fact, I got to say one
We got
thing.
1 minute.
1 minute.
1 minute.
Because it's a good story.
Bobby's coming out with the hook.
John
Yeah.
had me on a show, and it
What is
didn't
he
work
wearing?
out. It got canceled. And you made a phone call to him. He put me on the show, and look where I am today.
Look at that.
Because of you. It all boiled down.
I'm sorry, Mr. LaRocchia.
I was so glad that show.
No,
you
and
canceled.
this guy, I told him last week. We got 30 seconds. I told him last week. I remember at the brokerage, Peter Bales, Richie. Always,
Thursday
what the
nights
hell is
and
he
Sundays.
wearing? I can't even see. Always used to put me up first. And I said to him, why you do that? You have a lot of energy. You get the audience going.
Absolutely.
And he used to book me on shows all the time, way back when you were a fetus. All right. So thank you for coming in.
Thank you,
Absolutely.
guys.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you,
Thank you.
Rob. Thank you, Bruce. Thank you, Joe Napoli with the dopey hat. We'll see him next week. Right now, we're going to the Lighthouse Diner. Good night, everybody. Laughter
night.
Saves Lives. live.